Average credit increase, 668. Build good credit fast with your rent. Introducing Rental Karma, where you can build your credit with rent. So with Rental Karma, you can add all of your rental payment history to your current rental address on TransUnion as well as Equifax credit report. There's absolutely no credit check, and you can go from no credit to a 650 in a week. 1 in 5 Americans has no credit score. That's over 45 million adults. Rental Karma can solve your no credit score problem because they report all of your past rent at your current rental to your credit report. You can get results in 3 days. There's no credit inquiry. You can cancel anytime, and they have a 90-day money-back guarantee. Rental Karma reports past and ongoing report. The average score increase is 40 points when you report your past history. Older rentals see even better results. Renters that report 2 years of past history and 1 year of ongoing see 100+ point increases on average. Now, what credit score impact can you expect? You can go from no credit score to between a 600 and a 750 in 3 days. So those who saw the largest increases were those whose average starting score was between 670 and 700+, with many years of rent history, and you have not been applying for new credit recently. Now, one assumption that it must be poor people that don't have credit scores, and that's furthest from the truth. Most people considered poor have been victims of predatory lenders and have the lowest credit scores. Rent is reported to the credit bureaus of TransUnion as well as Equifax. Now, here's how the process starts. So you're going to complete an easy registration after confirming you qualify for the service with just some information about yourself and your rental. After processing your information, they will contact your landlord or property manager to verify rent payments. Every month, we will confirm with them your ongoing payments. Last but not least, sit back and watch your credit score increase. Now, here are some videos of success stories, people who were able to improve their credit with Rental Karma. Now, over 85,000 members have been served. Average initial credit score increase of 40 points. Their credit score increases on average of 5 points each month. And again, they have a 90-day satisfaction guaranteed. Now, you might be wondering, what about Experian? They report to Equifax and TransUnion. So Experian does not accept rental payment history from third-party verification services. Experian only accepts ongoing rental payments if you pay electronically through a checking account and a third-party company that reports to Experian. In short, Experian is a way behind, and they are literally discriminating against 30 to 40% of renters that cannot pay electronically because those renters are underbanked. Now, check this out. If you have no credit score, the average point increase is 668 points. The upper 10% average is 745 points. Now, over 1 in 5 Americans have no credit. So this Tradeline can literally take you from no credit to an average of 668. Now, if you have a credit score between 400 and 500, the average point increase is 54 points. The upper 10% average increase is 126 points, and the lower 10% average is 15 points. Now, if you have between a 500 and a 550, the average point increase is 51. The upper 10% average is 130 points, and the lower is 14. If you have between a 550 and a 600, the average point increase is 38 points. And then, as you can see, as the credit score increases, so if you already have good credit, it's going to be less of an impact. So this is really going to have tremendous value for those who have very low credit scores. Let's say between a 400 and a 650, you can see about 30 points on average increase. Then once you start getting up to the 700s, the average point increase is not going to be as significant because, again, you already have pretty decent credit. Now, if you have over a 750 plus, you only need rent reporting if your mortgage loan officer sent you to them. Now, adding rental history once you have a 750 plus can actually be the difference between you getting approved for a mortgage, and this adds needed age to your credit report. The average point increase is only 6 points, but again, it's adding rental history to your credit report. So there's a handful of different companies out there that report your rental history. Now, rent is one of the largest expenses, right? Your housing expenses. So it really makes sense for you to actually take advantage of making those payments. Why not get credit for it literally on your credit report. So Rental Karma is another company that reports rental history. Now, we've done other reviews on Rent Reporters as well as Boom Report. Now, one of the difference I would say between Boom and Rental Karma is the fact that with Boom, you actually need to be integrated with a checking account. So if you're paying your rent through your checking account, they can automatically be able to see what your rental history is. And both companies do backdate the history, but with Boom, they're doing electronic verification first. And that's really what they try to focus on. Whereas with Rental Karma, let's say you're not paying your rent through a checking account or some electronic way of paying your rent, they can still verify you. So with Rental Karma, they're going to be verifying you manually with your landlord. So there are some pros and cons with each depending on how you pay your rent. Now, another little credit hack that I wanted to throw out there, and again, this is not financial advice or recommendations, but it is possible for you to have multiple rental trade lines on your credit report. So for example, you have Rental Karma as well as Boom Report as well as Rent Reporters simultaneously reporting on your credit report. Now, this may be duplicate or the same information, but these are three separate trade lines that can be reporting on your credit report to help you increase your credit score. Now, again, with Rental Karma or any of these rental trade lines, the biggest impact on credit is going to be for those with lower credit scores. Now, as the data suggests it, if you're over that 750 mark, it's going to have a marginal impact increase on your credit score. So if your credit score is below, let's say a 650, you're going to see a much bigger impact to your credit score, a much bigger increase versus if you already have like a 750, or if you have like an 800, it's probably not going to move the needle much in terms of increasing your credit. So I just wanted to put that out there. Anyways, if anyone's interested, I've dropped the links in the description of the video so you can check them out. Until next time, take it easy and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.